Hello, fellow traders of the world. Dadas here, speaking to you from the Dadas Trading Room Discord server, where I stream live all my trading every day. So you can join me, you can interact with me, you can see what I'm doing. And no matter if I'm taking a break or not, I'm still streaming live, I'm still looking at the market, just like today, because I was taking a break from trading, but I was still looking at the market. And so it happens that usually after a series of bad days, I get new ideas, or perhaps some enlightenments, I would say. And I really had or maybe you could call it an epiphany, right? Something, I think that's just the English word. I had something like that today, and that this fact, I think, helped me to even better look at the charts, right? Or, okay, of course, we'll see starting next week and so on. But I think I've finally been able to define something which I think that most traders, at least I would say 95 at least percent of traders, are having difficulty in defining. Anyway, let's take a look at what happened today on the DAX 30 index. Well, you can see that basically the Asian session was a continuation of what happened yesterday, so of the bearish movement. So first we had this pullback here, and then continuation of the bearish movement. Now this bearish movement was like the range of the bearish movement was around 200 pips, a little bit over, so like see around 212 pips. Now looking at the daily ranges, that was a pretty interesting situation, because basically the daily range was around the same level as the previous days, right? So it was I suspect that this price action could have encouraged a lot of people to go short. But the market, we see that practically starting on the candle of the Frankfurt opening, the market started going up, right? I don't remember what that line was. Never mind. The market started going up, and it continued up. Also on the opening of the London session, then it made a pullback. And then a period of sort of a consolidation, and then made a breakout, pullback, and then continued up practically all the way to the end of the day, right? All the way till the end of the day, the market continued the upward movement. Now, well, like I say, it's one of those days when the trader decides to take a break, but actually the market gave an opportunity to practically recover all the losses from all the previous days. So maybe this is some kind of an information not to ever give up, right? Don't ever give up. Just go on until you can achieve, right? So don't worry about the losses. Just recover the losses when the opportunity comes up, right? So yeah, but you can say, okay, why couldn't we go short at this situation, where of course here we have the Dadas daily pivot point, right? So the market turned around right here. Why wouldn't we go short? Well, for me there are at least a couple of reasons. One reason is that this is a pretty strong pullback, so it's kind of a V-shape formation. Well, you can call it whatever you want. Some people could call it a saucer or whatever. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, it's like a strong pin bar on a higher time frame, right? It's like a very strong pin bar on a higher time frame. And what else is there? A potential of the reverse head and shoulders, right? Now, where was the head and shoulder formation or reverse upside down head and shoulder? Where was it confirmed? Right there, yeah, on this candle. It was confirmed right there on this candle. In other words, the price broke out and respected this level as so it would be this level, right? And this level would have been respected as support in this case, right? As support. So in other words, so this is another factor. And still another thing is that if let's say that I had a bearish signal right here. So bearish signal, and then the first pullback. Yeah, what happens on the first pullback? On the first pullback, there is no breakout, there is no bearish formation, there is a bullish breakout and another bullish breakout and a comeback. And so basically the market is trading bullish, and the market is trading bullish in this context, right? So if this is the first support, right? If this is the first support level, so this is the first support level, and then you see that what the market is doing is basically going up and down, and the same thing right here. If I have a bearish signal right there, right? If I have a bearish signal right there, then all I have to do is do this, right? Because this is the first leg. Let's call it the first leg. This is the first leg. And what happens on the next leg, on the pullback? Well, there is a breakout in the bullish direction. Now, the next pullback right here doesn't show me any signals, any trends, and so the trend continues and goes up, right? So again, I could do something like this, right? Find the first support level around here, and all of a sudden I get my market, right? Breakout, continuation. Pretty damn simple. Now, okay, let me show you something else. You remember yesterday, if you were watching yesterday's daily recap, I was also showing something on the H4. In other words, I was showing, give me the trend line. I was showing this formation right here. So we have a formation, right? Like this and like this, right? So we have a formation. Now, because many people were talking about a bearish market right here, a potential head and shoulders formation up there. Well, yeah, at this point it was a potential head and shoulders formation, right? It was still a potential head and shoulders formation right here. But like I said yesterday, the market seemed to be creating a megaphone, right? A megaphone speaker. So this formation strongly suggested that the trend isn't actually bearish, because there is no confirmation of this potential head and shoulders formation. And today the market obviously presented itself almost practically ideally, yeah, from the perspective of this formation, right? well, could we have predicted that? I mean, did I predict that? The question is, did I predict that? Well, no, I didn't actually predict that, because I couldn't tell you for sure that this would happen, right? But it happened. So it happened. I mean, yeah. Now, post factum, post hoc, you can say that I predicted it, but I didn't really predict it, because I wouldn't bet all my money on that, right? So it's not like a prediction, but it's a likelihood, right? Now we need to search for the confirmation of this likelihood during the present time, right? So what can happen next? Well, really, I don't know. I mean, basically, the market can turn around and consolidate, and go in these bigger movements, or it can break out and then continue upwards. One suggestion right here. Now, I want to tell you something like this. I'm not giving anybody any advice. This is not financial advice or investment advice. This is just my opinion. This is just showing you what how I look at the markets and what's going on. So basically, if we study the previous consolidation, this one right here, right? So the previous consolidation was like this, yeah. So from this level to this level, this was a consolidation. So what do we actually have at this moment? So actually at this moment we have a breakout from this consolidation, a retest of this consolidation, and another breakout, right? So basically, looking from the perspective of price action, this would be a bullish price action. And the market that we are dealing with right now, the bullish market that we're dealing with right now, is the one that started over there, right? And we can even do this trick that we could put our 100% over there, right? Or 100% over there. Is that the 100%? No. No, that would be too narrow. No. This is a good concept, like this. So basically, we see what happened. Consolidation right there. Now breakout. Now respect of this support level, and now the market is going up. Is it going to go up all the way up there to 13,000 and above? Well, I can't tell you that. I mean, in order for the market to go up there, it first has to break through this level right there. So potentially, the scenarios are like this: either it goes up and consolidates inside right there somehow, or it breaks out and goes up higher. How probable is the a bearish trend at this moment? Well, if we were to talk about a bearish trend, we'd have to look at this, right? We would have to look at this. Now, this is nothing else but the same thing. Nothing else but the same thing. If the market breaks out, it's gonna go upwards, right? So if it breaks out, if it breaks down, then we are still in this consolidation right there. Yeah. Is there anything about some kind of sudden flash crash, bearish movement? I don't know. Well, it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like that. So, Okay. So I think that's all for today. I mean, that's all I have to say. It wasn't a good week for me, but hopefully I'll recuperate and recover and start Monday and go on from that point. Yeah. So that's it. You can, of course, like my video or dislike. I prefer if you liked it. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course. You'll find lots of English content there as well, not only Polish. You'll find both Polish and English. Yeah. And also, please hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified about my future videos. And what else? Well, you can also become my patron at Patreon. The link is below in the description, right? And you know, of course, you can become my patron for as little as $1. Just pay attention that at this moment VAT may apply. I don't know if it will in your case, but I don't know. I don't know how Patreon decides who they charge VAT and who they don't charge VAT. I don't know exactly. And anyways, but if you become my patron at $17 per month, you'll be granted the VIP role on my Dada's Training Room Discord server. Also, the link to my Discord server is below in the descriptions, so you can join there. And you know, you will be granted lots of you'll be granted access to special content, and you'll be granted lots and lots of bonuses and benefits. Okay, thanks a lot for today and for this week. Hopefully, tomorrow I'll be making a video for my patrons only, and on Sunday I'll be making a video, most probably in English. It's the Sunday with the Dada's Trading System series. I think I will be making an English video. Okay, I don't have an idea for it yet, but it'll come. Okay, thanks a lot. Please keep safe and see you next time. Bye.